Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Tasting Room. Today we're reviewing the George Dickel Rye. So I believe the rye here for George Dickel is actually distilled by MGP, Midwest Grain Products. And what they do, they distill a lot of the base spirit for some smaller whiskey producers. Well, I believe George Dickel distills their own bourbon spirit, but I don't think they do their own rye. Anyway, this is supposed to be a 95% rye whiskey here, and it is 90 proof. Okay, so the nose right off the bat, a little bit grassy. Some nice herbal notes there. We have some caramel, some warm spices. It's a touch fruity. Okay, so we have some more caramel on the palate there. You can really start to taste that grain a little bit. And yet this one is quite a bit sweeter than I would expect the rye to be. There is definitely some heat from the alcohol. I think this one must be a bit of a younger spirit. It is a little bit rough around the edges. Okay, so we have a medium length finish on this one. No honesty, kind of short for a rye. Some of them spices reemerge. Not quite as peppery as I'd like it to be. Oh no, not too bad. Alright, so the nose on this one I think was definitely the best part. We had some nice herbal notes. There were some nice warm spices, a little some fruitiness, kind of reminiscent of of a good rye whiskey there. So some caramel sweetness. I'm gonna give the nose 22 points. The taste on this one, that caramel sweetness carried through. We can kind of taste some of that rye grain. I did think this was a bit young, a bit rough around the edges. Went down with a little bit of heat. We're gonna give the taste 19.5. The finish for this one I was a little disappointed by. I was expecting a much longer finish. This one was relatively short, especially for a rye. And though we did get some of that rye spice coming back, it wasn't nearly what I was used to in a rye. I'm going to go ahead and give the finish 18 points. And then the overall balance for this one, I think it flowed nicely enough. Had a decent mouthfeel. We're going to give the balance 20 points. And that's going to leave us with an overall score of 79.5 points for this Dickel Rye. So, not a terrible score. Probably not one that I'm going to be cracking open on a daily basis. I just have too many options around here. But I do think this would be an awesome option for a cocktail, if that's your thing. Maybe a Manhattan or an Old Fashioned or something. But again, maybe just not what I would consider to be an easy sipper. Alright, well that's all I have for you today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up or leave a comment in the comment section down below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already a member. And then after you do, hit that little bell next to the subscribe button to make sure you get notifications of new videos that come out. I do have one come out every weekend, and I'd hate for you to miss one. So go ahead and do that for me, and I'll see you again next week right here on The Tasting Room.